Hola, hola guys, it's me and I am coming to you with, I guess, another get ready with me first impressions video. I purchased a couple of products from the new butter collection from Physicians Formula. I finally saw it in my local pharmacy, so I wanted to just get a few pieces and see how it works out. There are a couple of palettes, or rather I found two palettes. This palette really called out to me a little more. I really did like this one. I don't know, they just really look vivid, the colors, and I think it has like a really nice balance of the mattes, and then you have you know, these darker colors up here and some shimmers. So I wanted to try that out. I also bought a blush from them, a butter highlighter, which it was so tough to choose because they had a couple, but I decided to go with this kind of like shimmery pink type color highlighter. Also got a bronzer, which it looks kind of light to me. I don't know. Hoping it looks a little darker in person. And I also I told you about the blush, right? And I purchased one of their lip colors. I only purchased one because these are, anyway, as I was saying, so I only purchased one because this was the Maru Muru butter. So it kind of looks like a buttery type balm. I'm not too much of a fan of those, so I didn't want to get too many and then I don't like them or whatever, so I picked up one shade, and this is in the shade Soaking Up the Sun. It looked like a pretty nice neutral pinky, not pinky, like a peachy neutral type of shade, something that I can get away with a lot of color, so I'm hoping that I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my foundation. I've only moisturized and primed, so I'm gonna put on my foundation, do my brows and all that stuff, and I will get back to you on the rest of the stuff. Okay, so I have put on my foundation, did my brows, concealer. I am currently baking, so while all of that is processing on my face, I'm going to go ahead and start with this palette. This palette is the Tropical Days palette. So here are the colors in the palette, and they have a nice description on the back. They number everything and they show you, you know, some 3 looks that you can get out of this palette. I don't really care too much for the looks that are on the back, so I don't know, I'm just gonna figure it out. They're infused with a powerful blend of Muru butter, Kapauku butter, and Tukumu powder from the lush, nutrient-rich Amazon. It says incredibly soft, creamy texture, can be applied wet or dry, dual end brush included, which is this. Yeah, I'm not going to be using that. So I don't use brushes like that. I haven't used brushes like that in like forever. So I'm not really sure what look I'm going to do. It doesn't really smell like anything at all. It just smells like makeup. There's no specific scent on it. But I'm liking these colors. I don't know. I was kind of looking at the purple because I was thinking maybe doing some type of halo. That's the purple right there. It kind of has like a shift, if you can see that. It's also this really nice turquoisey color in the palette. It looks more turquoise in the palette, but on my finger it's looking kind of more bluish. I'm gonna go ahead and, so that's that color. They definitely look different than in the pan, in my opinion. They definitely look a little different. This purpley color, it looks purple in the palette, but it kind of has like a kind of bronzy brown shift, if you see that. And the blue one, I don't know, it's kind of, I don't know, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have too much high hopes for the palette. So I guess let's see what I come up with. And I'm either gonna look like a clown or I'm gonna look normal. So we'll see what happens. So okay, cool. So I'm gonna start with this color over here. I'm going to use this as an all-over color. I really don't see, oh, well, the names are there. So this one is Barefoot in Brazil. You know what that means? That means I need a vacation. That I'm having trouble pronouncing names. But anyway, I'm just putting this all over my lid. There's quite a bit of fallout in this palette, so you're going to want to definitely take that into consideration. And I'm just yeah, there's quite a bit of fallout on this, as you can, I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not. Product picks up well. I'm using the Morphe M56. This is just a big fluffy brush, and I'm just putting it all over the lid. Wow, there's a lot of kickback in this palette. FYI, this palette is $17.99 at CVS. I don't know, prices I guess may vary depending where you are. So I'm gonna go and take this very light muted mauve pinky color. It's like a peachy pink neutral. This is called Coastal Chick. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that with the same brush. As you can see, that pick up right there. Fallout in this color as well, and I'm going to just lightly put that in the crease. Now, so far the colors feel really nice. They do feel buttery. They do blend well. So far, I mean, I know these are light colors. These are, you know, the transition colors. But so far, these transition colors are feeling very nice. They don't appear blotchy or anything like that, or splotchy. I don't have any problem with them at all. It would have been nice, just my opinion, if there was a mirror on the palette. That really would have been a game changer, especially because of the size of the palette. It would have been great for travel, you know, if it had a mirror, but whatever. That's just me. That's just me talking. So I'm gonna go ahead, and next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to get into this darker brown here, and that is the color Sand Dunes. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch my brush. Or you know what, maybe I should keep this. Yeah, I'll keep the same brush. I have 3 brushes in front of me, but anyway, I'm gonna lightly go into that because I don't know how, you know, dark this color is going to appear. I'm gonna put that in the crease ever so lightly, and yeah, there definitely is color, good amount of pigmentation for sure. I'm just doing a wind wiper motion. I have to remember to keep my head up because I'm like always forgetting doing that, and then you like just don't see what I'm doing. So I'm putting this color really lightly in the crease, and my camera is kind of low on battery. I'm hoping that I can get by this in time before the camera dies. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back into this color, and I'm gonna go into the other eye lightly in the crease. I feel like these shadows are definitely pigmented. If you want to build them up, definitely buildable. Being careful because I think that they are very pigmented. I'm just taking a little bit at a time and putting it in there. Colors are very nice and blendable. It helps when your brushes are clean, y'all. I took my brushes last night and I was like, okay, I'm gonna clean them before I do this video. Clean brushes definitely make the difference. So stop being lazy and clean your brushes. Which I tell myself the same thing because Lord knows I am very, very lazy when it comes to that. Okay, so far it's pretty. The colors are definitely there, very nice and pigmented. I'm really liking that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to switch my brush now. I'm gonna go to this smaller brush. It's kind of like a pencil brush in a way. This is the Morphe R39, and I'm going to get into this color right here. This is a darker brown, and this is the color Coco Loco. Ooh, and I'm going to dip into that very carefully as well. Fallout, fallout, fallout. So I'm taking very little product, and I'm going to put that a little lower, and I am just lightly putting it in there with my hands towards the end of the brush because I want a lighter touch. And then once I am done with this, then I'm just going to go and get my fluffy brush and blend it out. This is really pretty. I like how it's looking. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to attempt and do that halo eye. I just don't know if I should use the purple or the blue. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go into my fluffy brush now, because all it has on it is, you know, those lighter transition colors. So looking very nice. I don't want it too heavy. Don't want too much of that color. Taking it low here. You know, I don't know about you. I don't know if I'm the only one that has this problem. There's always one eye that I have to be extra careful because the eyeshadow seems to apply a little higher. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that happens to any of you guys, but my right eye, I always apply the shadow a little differently than the left eye. And I think probably because you know, I'm left-handed. So it's always a little awkward when you're taking your hand and switching it to the other side that is not your dominant side. So I've kind of noticed that, and it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying, honestly. But anyway, so here I am going into this color, finishing it off. I'm hoping that that color cooperates with me. I wasn't entirely impressed with the swatch. I'm talking about the purple and the blue. So I'm hoping. It says you can use it wet, so that's what I intend to do. I'm going to go ahead and use those shadows wet because I don't trust them dry at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start. Okay, so before I continue, in case you hear any noise, my parents just got here along with my husband. So they like to talk a lot. Spanish people, we enjoy talking very much. So if you hear any noise in the background, you know why. So I decided that I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do a halo with this purple color. I'm not very confident in how it's going to come out. So I'm going to try and make the best of it. I have two brushes, which is a little pencil brush here, and this is like a little packing brush. So I'm going to go ahead, and I took them both out because I don't know which one is going to work better, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the little pencil brush first. I'm going to go ahead and wet it. So I have this Tarte Ready Set Radiant Spray, which I don't like. So I've kept it around so that I can just wet my brushes. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hopefully see how it goes. Again, it says you can use it wet or dry, so I'm going to... I'm gonna see how it looks, and maybe I should get a smaller mirror, but I'm gonna see how it applies. Okay, so pigmentation is coming out, and of course with a halo eye, obviously the whole point is you're going to be putting the color on both of these sides, in the inner eye and the outer eye, leaving a little bit of space in the middle to put your illuminating or light color of choice. So far the color is coming out pigmented. There's a slight sheen in this color. So it kind of looks like, I don't know, I guess you have to be careful with this color, but I'm definitely going to go ahead and pack this color on this lid. And I think you kind of just have to be careful in building it. So I'm going to just do it like this, try not to rush it. I'm a very impatient person. I'm going to go ahead and put some here. There appears to be a little bit of fallout even with me wetting this brush. Again, you know, all the things that I say are, you know, my opinions. This palette may work on other people differently. You know, maybe some people won't have fallout, some people will. But I can tell you definitely from my experience so far with this palette that there is quite a bit of fallout in this palette. And I am noticing still a little bit of fallout even with my brush being damp. The color is there though, and it is a pretty purple color, kind of a definitely a shimmery metallic type of color going on there. So, but I am liking the color. The color is coming out. There is definitely pigmentation. So I'm going to go ahead and keep blending these colors in. Okay, so I'm just doing a little close-up just so that you can see. I wet the brush again, and I'm just building up. As you can see, the update. It's really looking nice so far. I like it. I like the color. Color's really pretty. Making sure that you have that little space there. If you do put too much eyeshadow in that little space, it's okay. You can go and fix it later with some concealer. And then I'm just very lightly and precisely going over here with that same purple color. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. I mean, it's nice. I don't know. Am I crazy about the color? I don't know. Not really. I don't know. Maybe I'm just... Maybe if the whole look comes together. I'm not sure. But a lot of the times when I'm testing out a color, I can pretty much tell off the bat if I like the color, if the color is performing well or whatever. I kind of feel, and I could be wrong, that this color, I'm not sure if it'll look good dry. I know wet, it's definitely going to look better. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. It's not terrible, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, so I've applied on both eyes, and I think it's looking a little better. I actually went and took the color up a little bit higher on both eyes. I did wet the brush again, going back and forth. I actually was applying it with a really light hand just because, you know, it's a new palette and I'm not really sure, but I started putting a little bit more force on it, on applying the color, and the color has appeared to apply more nicely. This color also, for the most part, was pretty easy to blend. I was kind of scared of getting back around here because, you know, a halo eye or whatever eye you do, you know, once you start getting in there and it messes up, you do a bad turn or whatever, like a lot of the times it's like no turning back at that point. But I'm glad to say that I was actually able to get on top of here, and I was able to blend the color pretty well. So I think it's looking pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this little fluffy brush with the leftover transition colors and just ever so lightly, I mean the lightest that you can ever be, just going over and just softening just a little bit. I really don't want to overdo it. I just want to soften really nicely without messing up what I've done. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put, I think I should probably put a little bit of concealer first and then decide to put, obviously it's going to be one of these illuminating colors here. Well, it's not many that they give you, but I have this color right here. I'm going to swatch it over here so you can see that color. So that's like a coppery type color. This color is, if I'm not mistaken, this is Sightseeing. And then there's this other color right over here that also is kind of a shimmer, and I'm going to put that over here. And that is just a little bit lighter. You can definitely see that one is a little bit lighter. Maybe I'll go with this one, I'm not sure. And that one is Sightseeing. The other one that I did on this one is Ready for Real. And that's about it. They don't really have too many shimmers. So I'm gonna see how it goes. So it's either one of the two. So I don't know, maybe I'll try and go to that one and hopefully it'll look nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go into my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer because I just want to be sure about this. And I'm actually gonna take this little pointed applicator here that is really good for all your makeup mayhem, and I'm just going to just put some here. And this is definitely going to aid in the color that I put in the middle. I'm gonna put a little bit more over here so it's a little more even. And whatever mistake you make, you can obviously go back and fix that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this, and I'm gonna let it dry, and hopefully that little color will look nice. If not, then I'm gonna... Okay, so I finished my eye. I put some under the eye, which I am liking. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into this white color here, which is the color, where is the color? White Sands. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this on the brow bone very lightly, just to finish that up. There you go. Okay, so I'm done with the palette for now. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm doing this because my eye is watering so bad, which is why 99% of the time I do not put makeup, any shadow or anything on the bottom of my eye, because then it starts to tear like crazy. But it's okay. I'm going to go into the next product, which is the bronzer. So here's the bronzer right here. I just want to see how it looks. Let me see. Or should I do my lashes first and finish off my eyes? Oh, maybe I should do that. Anyway, let's show you. I'm trying to have some trouble opening this bronzer, man. Okay, so the color that I got is light bronzer. So it was pretty, they were very like, oh, this comes with a brush, which I'm not going to use, but it was a nice gesture. Oh, it has a mirror. That's nice. Thank you for that. So here is the color. It really looks really light. I mean, I know that I'm light. This actually smells kind of something, kind of cocoa butter type scent, but yeah, this is kind of nice. It's a light color, as you can see. It's a light color. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a clean brush. Where is my clean brush? Right over here. This is the Morphe R4. So I'm gonna see how that looks. But you know what I'm gonna do first, which actually would make sense, is I'm going to curl my lashes. Or you know what? I'm trying to decide, should I put liner? Should I leave it like that? I'm gonna see how it looks without liner. Or maybe I'm just so obsessed with liner. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna have to put liner. Okay, so I decided, I wasn't going to, but I decided to line and do all that stuff. So, so now that I have that out the way, I'm going to curl and put on some mascara. And while that is drying, my mascara and all that, I'm going to bronze, or rather put on some of the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, and see how that goes. Put on the lashes, and then I will put on the lip color. The mascara I am using is the ever so popular Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is definitely one of my favorites and is definitely a cult classic. So I'm just putting some mascara here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and first things first, I'm going to try the bronzer and see how that goes. I'm going to go and swirl it around. Definitely some product that picked up there. Tap the excess and see how that looks. And hopefully it will look nice. It looks pretty light, but maybe it's going to be dark. So, oh, okay. Definitely product on there. It has this odd scent. Like, it kind of smells, it kind of reminds me of like a summery, beach day. It kind of gives off that vibe, and it kind of has like a shea butter type thing going on. Can't really explain it much, but so far it looks good so far. I like it. I thought it was gonna be really light, but it's actually pretty nice. and it actually blends really well. I would assume that it would, because you know the whole line is called butter. I would assume that it would apply like butter. But yeah, so far it's nice. Putting some on my forehead here, connecting that, and just blending this a little more. I like it so far. I think it's nice. This definitely has scent. The eyeshadow palette to me really didn't have any scent. So, all right. I think that's nice. My eyes are watering, y'all. Watering. Watering. Stop it. Whew. Okay, so that's out the way. I like the bronzer. The bronzer is pretty nice. I'm going to give the bronzer a go. So I'm going to go into the blush. And they had quite a few colors on the blush, and I was like really torn on what color to get. So I decided to get this kind of light pinky blush. This one is called Vintage Rouge. So here's how it looks right here. And it looks like this comes with a brush also. Yeah, it does also come with a brush and a mirror. I don't understand why they would provide mirror in these small products and not in the palette, but in any aspect. So here's the color right here. Oh, it looks really light for me. We're gonna have to see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the same brush, wiped off the excess, using the same brush, and I'm gonna just swipe it or swirl it, and I'm gonna put some here and see how it looks. Well, this has a mirror, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the mirror as well. It's really light, but the color is there. Oh, it's pretty. I think it looks pretty. I think it's nice. It's a subtle color, but the color is definitely there. I do like it. I hope that you see that. I'm not really gonna put much more because I don't think I have to. I think it's really pretty. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put on my lashes, and then I'm gonna put on the highlighter, and then put on the lip color. So, ya vengo. Okay, so the lashes that I'm looking at, I don't know. These are from Dollar Lash Club, and these are the lashes that I'm looking at right now to put on. This is in the style Robin. I don't know how they're gonna look. So, you know, please forgive me if they look a little funky, you know, with what I'm wearing. I'm not sure if this is going to... Do you think that's too much for this look? Let me take a look. You know, before I glue them, because, you know. I'm going to try them out. They may or may not look good with this look. We will find out. Another reason why I'm using these lashes is because I'm actually trying to get rid of the rest of the lashes I have from Dollar Lash Club. I recently closed my subscription with them. I had them for a while, several months, but I just felt at the end that I mean, I like the styles. It's not that I don't like the styles. I just feel like for some reason, I don't know, they didn't stay on me well enough. They're also very big lashes, which some of them you have to trim. And I don't know, for some reason I always felt like, you see how now I'm like repeatedly going on it. I always had to like press the lashes on because they just, like on the sides, they would like always come out, and it was just really annoying. But oh my gosh, so that's one lash. I'm gonna put the other one, and then we'll go into the highlighter. Okay, so here is the highlighter that I'm going to be using right now. This is in the color pink, pink rose. So this is the color, how it looks. I'm going to see first how it looks with a highlighting brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and swirl it. There is product on there. And I'm just going to see how it looks just, you know, by itself. So there is color, and this is a very pretty, this is really pretty. It's like a it reminds me of like a pink chrome. That's really pretty. Definitely color there. Okay, so the highlighter is definitely a go. And they had quite a few colors, and I was really torn. But yeah, that's really pretty. You can definitely see the color coming out. So nice. I am tempted though to see how it would look wet. I'm definitely tempted about that though. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my beauty blender because I want to see how it looks. So let's see. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, this is so pretty. Yeah, this is really pretty. Can y'all time how many times I say pretty in this video? I'm gonna just put it over here. So you can definitely use this wet. I don't see an issue. I don't really see it breaking up in the pan or anything like that. This is a very nice rosy, kind of like a chrome pinky color. So beautiful. Really, really nice. I'm just gonna put some a little bit on the bridge of the nose here. I'm gonna take back my brush. Just gonna brush it a little bit here. Put some on my lip. Cupid's bow. So nice. Put some on my chin. I really like how this looks. This highlighter is definitely a go. Okay, so I'm gonna go and try on the lip color. Ooh, and see how that looks. So far, the look is looking good. I think the lashes look decent. I think they're like a little too much. And yeah, I guess they're okay. So let me get this lip color. This is, again, the color Soaking Up the Sun. Here is how the color looks. I'm just going to swatch it over here. Very nice. It's very buttery. This spreads very well. And it smells like peach. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get that lip color on for you. Whew, that is like a gloss, like a butter thing going on here. Ugh. This feels like, wow. Consistency is of a very soft balm, but it feels so nice. Wow. Definitely there is shine, as you can see. This is a beautiful peach color. Wow. This is, I can tell that this color is not going to be drying at all. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. Again, Soaking Up the Sun is the color that I got. Oh man. And it smells so much like peach. Like, it's insane. And it really smells like not an artificial scent, you know what I mean? Like, there's some companies that, you know, they put these scents like I'm just setting my face with some powder, but you know, they have like these artificial scents, you know, like, oh, this is cherry, but it kind of smells like cherry, but you can tell it's artificial. That scent is just extremely close to peach. So yeah. Alrighty, so that's it, guys. Here is my look that I have done with all the products from the new butter line from Physicians Formula. Now, the palette, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on the products that I tried out. I honestly did not try everything out because there are a lot more products, a lot of different colors and bronzers and blushes. Their lipsticks, they have a great variety of colors, so you're going to want to try them out. The palette, I think, for the most part is decent. $17.99, I kind of was surprised by the price. I think, I don't know if it's me or not, but I kind of felt like it was a little bit too much for a palette. I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe because I buy at Sephora a lot and Ulta a lot, and so my mind is kind of like warped, or I'm not used to the drugstore brands that much these days, other than Wet n Wild and Elf, which their prices are very low. So I don't know, maybe other people thought it was a reasonable drugstore price. I kind of was like, well, $17.99, that's a little, you know. But whatever, it's really personal preference on price. The colors I think are really pretty. There is quite a bit of fallout in this palette, I'm not gonna lie. So if you buy this palette, make sure that you are tapping off the excess, because this does kick back a lot in the pan. I think that the neutrals were really nice, very buttery. You know, the way it came out, the formulation was very nice and buttery, very smooth. I think that it blended in perfectly with the other colors. I thought that I was going to have somewhat of a problem with the dark purple, because I felt like it wasn't blending as I wanted it to. But I did put a little bit of force, a little bit of effort, and I actually got the color to work. However, in my opinion, I think that the purple and blue kind of look a little bit different. Not that much different, because I think that the purple kind of looked a little more true once I packed it on. But you're definitely going to want to swatch them, make sure that you like them all. But overall, I think that the palette is pretty nice. As far as the highlighter, I love the highlighter. It definitely shows color with a brush. You can use it wet. It was really a beautiful color, and they have quite a few. You're going to want to check the highlighter out. The bronzer, I was pleasantly surprised, because in the packaging it looked really light in color, and you know, I'm already light, so I didn't want something that was going to be super light that you don't see it. But you do definitely see the color, as well as the blush. The blush was a really nice flush to the skin. I really do enjoy the blush, the bronzer, the highlighter. So in overall, and the lip color, that really surprised me. I don't really wear lip glosses too much these days. I wear them once in a while, but I overall was really surprised. I liked it. I like the formula. It's very buttery. If you're looking for a nice lip color that's going to moisturize your lips, that's going to give you some shine, I'm definitely going to tell you to give this a whirl. They have a nice amount of colors to choose from as well. So maybe I'll go back and get another. I did see a couple of shades that I liked, but I just wanted to limit it to one, because I wasn't sure if I was, you know, gonna like all the products or not. So my overall opinion of these products, I'm gonna give them a go to all of them. I think that considering it's drugstore, I think that the quality is good. I think that the prices were a little teeny bit higher than I expected them to be. But again, that's just my opinion. Some people might say, Joe, please, that's like right up my alley. You know, of course, again, if you're gonna compare a palette with this amount of shades, you will find them like $40, $50 at Sephora, depending on the brand. So $40, $50 versus $18 is not bad either. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching and watching me get ready. Thank you for getting ready with me and hearing me chatter. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and this look. Again, these products are on the Physicians Formula website, and there will also be online in select pharmacies. I did not get these products until now at my local CVS, so keep an eye out for them. Hopefully they'll arrive for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.